Hey guys, welcome to Black Dot Miniature and Painting. Today we're painting a Vox Shambler from the Gellerpox Infected. So we're going to start out with Minitaire Muddy Brown through the airbrush. This is straight out of the pot. Don't need to thin it, just go ahead and do an all over coat with that. Next we'll be using Minitaire Earth. We're going to be coming down from a top down and just hit the highest points. You can be a little loose with this one. Then we'll go ahead and take Swamp Ground and Ancient Bone mixed together, again just hitting the top regions. Next we're going to be just changing the tone a little bit, take some of the Army Painter Purple wash and hit some of the places shadows are going to fall. It's going to give it a real good effect, make it kind of look bruised and sickly. Alright, here we're going to be using GW Khorne Red. We're just going to get the tears in the skin, all of his open sores, and this will give it a good nice base coat to start working from. Next with GW Castellan Green, we're going to start picking out the tentacles coming out of his stomach there, and then we're also going to make sure to get his hand. This will give us a good base coat, and we can start working up, showing the ridges, showing the lines later on. But it's not too green, not too sickly looking. I think this is the perfect one. Next, moving to Sulfuric Yellow by P3, we're going to pick out all the little pustules around his body. This will give it a good yellow, and then we'll lighten them up later on. Alright, moving to just Zandri Dust, we're going to go ahead and pick out the exposed bones coming out of his back there. Alright, so here we're going to take that Castellan Green for the tentacles from before, mix with some Ancient Bone, and we're just going to start picking out the centers of the tentacle. It's going to be the highest points away from the ridges in the tentacles. While that's drawn, we'll hit some Jokaero orange. This is just fresh out of the pot. We're going to go ahead and apply this for the pants. Give it probably 2 coats is what we did here to get a nice opaque layer. Mind the butt crack while you're at it. Alright, next moving to Screamer Pink. The parts we Khorne Red earlier, we're going to highlight with that Screamer Pink. It'll give it a good transition. And then go into Screamer Pink and Ancient Bone, just take it up a little bit more, hit the highlights. Alright, moving to Sulfuric Yellow, mixing that into the previous mix of Ancient Bone and Castellan, just bring it up a little bit notch, stay in the center of those highlights. Alright, next moving to Army Painter Strong Tone. Just going to go ahead and do an all over wash there on the bridges. Then coming back with the Jokaero orange, we're just going to lighten it up, get all of it that kind of settled on top out of the way, and get it back to the nicest orange we can. Here we're going to take some GW Jericho Orange, mix it 1-to-1 with some Pallid Witch Flesh. This will give us some good highlights. Just focus on the tips, high areas, rips in the pants on top. Things you want to pick out and make look a little bit more brighter and poppy. Alright, coming in with Zandri Dust and ushabti bone, we're going to pick out the spine, highlight it up. And then move into XV88. We're going to pick out the boots, the axe handle, and the belt on the back of him. So give us a good leather tone to start working with. Alright, coming in with Army Painter Strong Tone, we're just going to give an all-over wash to the boots, the belt, and the axe handle. Make sure you don't let it pull up too much in the flat areas. Alright, here we come in with Vallejo Metal Color Steel. We're just going to hit the axe head, we're going to hit his head, and then any other little metal bits around the model. I love this. I recommend this to everybody. This is a dang good metal color. You should check it out for sure. Alright, coming in with XV88 again, we're just going to go through and highlight any of the parts of the boots and axe handle where it got too dark from the wash. Alright, coming in with Abaddon Black by GW, we're just going to pick out the little wire bits coming off of his head. I'm not sure what they're supposed to be, but I figured black was a good color for him. Alright, coming in with Screamer Pink and Minitaire Ancient Bone. We're just going to pick out the top parts of the sores on him. Just kind of make them a little bit more pronounced, and then his intestines in the front where they're protruding, we're going to go ahead and hit those, give it a final highlight. So now a combination of Sulfuric Yellow, Ancient Bone, and Pallid Witch Flesh, we're just going to hit the tops of all these little pimples, zits, pus pockets, whatever you want to call them around him. I think I also hit the tips of the toenails while I'm at it. Sweet pedicure. Alright, coming in with Vallejo Metal Color Chrome and Steel mixed 1-to-1. We're just going to sit here and highlight some of the tips, highlight some of the raised edges of the helmet and the axe. It doesn't matter too much on the axe, you'll see it go on real sloppy there. We're going to go over and do some weathering techniques, and it won't matter near as much with that. Like I said, we go hard with this highlight, but it doesn't matter. We're going to do some neat effects over it. Alright, coming in with Leadbelcher and a sponge. It's hard to get this camera view. We dip the sponge and then we're drying it off and putting it onto the model here. It's just a different enough color that'll make it stand out and look older. Alright, now some blood for the blood god. We're just going to hit the tips here. Again, we're not trying to be super crazy with it or neat, because we're doing weathering techniques over top. Alright, finally we're doing Army Painter Strong Tone. This is about coat 3 if I remember right, because I want it to just look really old and nasty. You could also use Typhus Corrosion or something to that extent. Alright, with that all done, we're going to come in with Earth's Texture by Vallejo, start that up, and get a good texture built on the base there. I lost the footage, but we come in behind it with some Strong Tone and a little rock. Nothing crazy. And here's our finished dude. Alright guys, I appreciate y'all checking out this Vox Shambler. This is my first YouTube video ever, so we're going to be changing some stuff along the way that I've already learned with this first video to make the next ones better. We're going to try and work on some of the camera positioning, a lot of things along the way. I'm really excited to bring y'all more content down the road. If you liked it, please leave a like. If you really liked it, want to see more content from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're going to try and get something out about every week, week and a half. It's just going to depend on day job scheduling. So please leave a comment down below if you see anything that I can do better or change up. I'd love to have a conversation about it. Alright guys, this has been Black Dot Miniatures and Paint. Appreciate y'all stopping by. We'll see you next time.